Welcome to the AJAH Halloween special. You're expecting two hosts, but now they are ghosts. So I will take you on this adventure to float down a river of blood and a river of guts. Don't hesitate, just die and go nuts. Beware and be scared. You're in for a fright that will last through the night. Be very afraid of things that go bump out of your sight.
Good morning.
Transcending history and the world, a tale of souls and swords eternally retold. Welcome to the stage of history retold.
Graveyard Smash.
Yeah, I've been waiting for this.
Check it out now. Third strike, yo. Yo, check it out now.
Welcome back to Spooky Hour. I'm Adam.
And I'm the Spooky Joe. What's up?
Happy
What is good?
fucking Halloween. I know we're recording this on the 29th and this is going to air on the 31st, but welcome everybody to the AJAH Halloween special. Now, I'm doing this because it's not that I didn't intend on it's not that I didn't forget to make a 4th of July special. It's just that episode 7, which came out on the 4th of July, was so fucking anti-traditional American values because fuck America that I decided not to roll with it. Like, I literally started speaking up against systematic racism in that episode, which is like a thing that we need to talk about all the fucking time. So I decided, you know what? Fuck America. I'm gonna air the episode as normal, but this episode
this one's special. This one's special.
spooky, nigga. It's the AJH Halloween special. News scares every Sunday.
Every single Sunday.
Was your week?
You know, outside of being very spooky, of course, because, we're reaching that moment in time where all the thrills and chills will endeavor our souls, but it was pretty all right, I gotta say. Nothing too out of the ordinary. But I did find it weird that a big dude, that's just like dressed in all black, doesn't have much of a face, just burst through my wall the other day. And he just kept saying stars, but outside of that, no, actually, really nothing. I've been looking to do something spooky for Halloween, and I ended up getting Dying Light, which I gotta say, I have no idea how I didn't give this game a chance before that, because I've always fucked with it, right? Like, I've had some either mutuals on Twitter or some acquaintances that I know that always talk about the game, like, oh yeah, it's really good, it's really cool. I'm like, whatever, it's cool. That's all I need to know. Until I tried it myself, and wow, wow, I can't believe that I put it off for so long, because it is so much fun. I don't know if you fuck with Dying Light or not, but it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
I heard that it was quite a hidden gem. That it had so much buzz coming surrounding it pre-release, and then it released, and it kind of went away with no fanfare. But in the intervenous years since the first one has come out, I've heard that Dying Light is consistently good, especially the Ultimate Edition that's like $40 or whatever, and has all the content. I don't know too much about the second game. I know the first one got a lot of praise on the low. So.
Oh yeah, for sure. I only made the decision because Dying Light 2 was releasing, and I kind of wanted to experience the first one before I played the second one. I know that they don't exactly connect together, but it's just just for continuity, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And I mean, I've had a lot of fun with it. Other than that, though, nothing much. I mean, just catching up on some other media like TV and manga, just catching up. And I mean, I mean, of course, you would already know all this if you were following me over at twitter.com/Kazanerdy. KAZANERDI. But
Nice.
yeah, that's been my week. How about yours, Adam? Shit, you gotta let me know. You gotta talk to me. Talk to me.
Yeah. Okay. This week has been another chill week. I finished Shameless season 11. That was really good. I haven't disliked the season of Shameless yet, and there's 11 fucking seasons of it as of right now that are on Netflix at least. I don't know if it's. I'm pretty sure it's still airing on Showtime, but besides that, I watched part 1 of Carol and Tuesday. Really good. It's Shinichiro Watanabe. What else do you expect?
Of course.
You can actually see, like, it's very obvious to see the sort of stylistic evolution in this of all shows. Like you could see little elements of Bebop, Shampoo, and Space Dandy all in it, and I'm just like, that's good stuff. And this show it's really good. You know, I've read some things on the internet about how, like, there was some controversy about its sort of depictions of queer folk, and I'm just like, I'd have to do a little bit more thinking on that. But there's some topics related to that we're going to discuss later at the very end of the show as our closing bit that I want to get off my chest in relation to some homework that I did this week that we'll talk about later.
Interesting.
Yeah. And then the most important thing that I did this week was I wanted to simp for Persona 4 so bad that I got into Animal Crossing.
Oh?
I saw on Twitter, this was on Saturday. I was listening to the last episode. You know, I usually, when I edit, like, I will start playing it, I'll cut the intro bit, you know, and then after the intro is rolled, I'll press the space bar to play it, and then I will only, like, sit up from looking at my phone or my Nintendo Switch when I have to cut something out or put in a transition or whatever, you know. It allows me, or if I feel like that would be really funny to put a funny song there. You know what I mean? So
right,
it's like my editing process for the podcast is very laid back. And while I was scrolling on Twitter while listening to the last episode and editing it, someone decided to publish a series, a Twitter thread. I almost call it a tweeter thread because I tried to say a series.
Tweeting. You sound like a fucking you sound like a Hispanic mom.
Tweeting. On Facebook. That's just Facebook. But someone decided to publish.
Not anymore.
Someone by the name of @_Vespertines decided to publish.
Putting them on blast? Hold on.
No. They decided to publish their Animal Crossing creator ID, which had all of the Persona school uniforms, plus a few bonus goodies and the school logos. They decided to put their creator code up so you could download them and import them into your Animal Crossing save. Now, I bought Animal Crossing like the week it came out last year. And because it was getting so much play, I was like, all right, you know, I'll just download this. I need another game to play on my Switch. I played it for like 1 or 2 hours, and I was like, not really my style. Didn't get too far into it, and I, you know, wasn't really vibing with it. But I said, no, I have to simp for this game. And so I put it back on. I got back into the rhythm of it. I was listening to my music and some podcasts, and I was like, you know what? I kind of get the hype behind the franchise now. I get it. I get it.
After so long,
I honestly get it. Like I've been making fun of Animal Crossing fans for a long ass time, starting with the Reggie Fils-Aimé New Leaf bit.
Okay, that's all the time I've got. I got to get back to playing Animal Crossing New Leaf on my Nintendo 3DS.
And it's just been all downhill from there.
yeah.
But Animal Crossing New Horizons is really fucking good. And we're on the cusp of a new update, and the DLC is, I don't think it's officially launched yet. I think it's coming out in like the next week or two. But when that comes out, I'm definitely going to buy that. I'm not going to buy it through Switch Online.
Oh wait, can you actually buy it separately?
You can, yes. If you buy it through Switch Online, you won't have a license to it. So if you stop subscribing, you'll lose access to the DLC. You'll only lose access to whatever's not on your island. So
okay.
But I'm gonna buy it separately so that regardless of whether or not I have Switch Online, which I kind of have to have in order to use the creator portal on Animal Crossing, I'm gonna keep that. I don't have the Switch expansion pack. I don't have that shit. I just have the normal basic bitch, $20 a year for our shitty online with no voice chat or messaging and terrible netcode. So, yeah, I mean that's what I've been doing. I got my town theme. That's the June S music. That was such a joy. I had so much fun messing around with the notes, making a bunch of different songs. But I finally settled on the June S theme.
Of course, I wouldn't expect anything else.
Well, my
out of you.
town was called Morio Cho. That's my Animal Crossing island name, and I wanted to do my town theme.
Yeah, of course.
Banging
It goes with it.
Couldn't
Yes.
get it to really fit my ear, so I'll just do the June S music, which was really easy to do. I tried to do like Daytona USA. I tried that. Yeah. But the June S music really fit. I got the Yasogami emblem as my town emblem. And yeah. I think this is the best Animal Crossing, like period. Like it's so fucking good.
I have heard that.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. This game is like the best in terms of customization. They actually have black people hairstyles in the game now after many updates. I remember when the game first launched, they only had the one. I was like, "What the hell is this, man?" You just get the fade and with the hair on top. I was like, "Man, that's trash." Where are the dreadlocks? We got those now. Yeah, it's good. I really like it, and I'm gonna keep sinking more hours into my village and wasting my life away in that game. Boo!
And
boy, howdy.
this, ladies and gentlemen, is the last time we ever heard from Adam.
The intro wasn't lying. I am now a ghost. But if you want to hear about that, if you want to hear about anything else I've been doing this week, you can find me on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok at YVNGDNDE. That is YVNGDNDE. Young Dende. Now, on to the news. Starting off with
To the news.
the man himself, the Zuck.
The man? All right.
Now, I've got some family who works at Facebook, and they told me that Zuck woke up the other day and he had a letter in the mail that said, Mark Zuckerberg, twisted ruler of all information. Your heart's desires will be exposed to the world, and you will confess them yourself.
Enough. I'm leaving, bro. I'm tired of this.
Mark Zuckerberg has done a Persona 5. And created the metaverse.
He's created the metaverse. Holy shit.
Mark Zuckerberg has created the TV world. What a shift! Hopefully, all of my family members who are on Facebook will forget that it's changing its name and delete whatever new app is on their phone.
Thank God. Please.
Hopefully. This man is trying to become something greater than man. And we must stop him in his unchecked ambitions. It's time, folks, for the Zuck to get sucked. Wait, what?
Is it what we suck?
Sucking the Zuck, boy. Out of his position of power.
But, right, let's be real. That means that Persona will finally be real. Let's go.
See, I made the
Persona
mistake
and
of
real.
voting for Kanye West for president, and he said that if he were elected president, he would make Persona 4 real. Look at how well that worked out for us.
I gotta testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. For the day I die, I'ma touch the sky.
All right, now you got the Zuck man. Okay, but really, I'm confused on how this is working. So they're changing the name of the Facebook company, but they're not changing the name of the app.
I don't know. I just know that Mark Zuckerberg has created Meta. And then I thought that he was like doing that shit to be like a VR chat competitor. I thought.
That's what it looked like.
Yeah, that's what it looked like in the cringy ass preview video. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, "What the fuck is this, man?" But it's like, I mean, it's probably not gonna take off. So
I mean, it has a Facebook name behind it. Anything with a Facebook name is kind of like not guaranteed to do great or do well or be successful, but has that name, has that association. I
yeah.
can't wait for my mom to come at me and be like, "Yo, what the hell is Meta? Why is this installed? What is Meta?"
I'm gonna get so many text messages from my fucking abuelita.
Yo,
I'm not ready for that.
Hey, I hope you're okay. What is Meta? How do I use Meta?
Hello, guess meta. I'm not looking forward to that shit. Haven't explained that. I mean, shit. This is the same lady who I had to. I got her out of a fucking scam, dude. She's getting scam called. So I'm definitely gonna be here about this. But it's not like I'm on Facebook anyway. I deleted my Facebook account because
Like your entire account?
yeah, like I used to be on
My
Facebook when I was like
man.
15. Then I said nope, done with that shit. And I just
My
cleared that
man.
fucking app off my phone. I mean, I still do use Instagram, you know what I mean? But Facebook is a lot different of a beast compared to its photographic based counterpart. So, I don't see very many QAnon supporters on Instagram now, do I? I don't see any anti vax support groups on Instagram, do I? Look, I can live with my family being anti-vax and Trump supporters, okay? I draw the line at them being Cubs fans. Y'all are dead to me. But I mean, I'm so morbidly curious to see where this goes, honestly. It's so weird.
Weird? A weirdo move?
Weirdo mode. It's like my fucking abuelita is gonna be in Ready Player One. That's what this is.
The bootleg Ready Player One.
I mean, my grandma is gonna be in Sword Art Online. What?
Oh no.
I
Please.
sure hope
We
not.
don't need that.
As both of those things are fucking terrible. Anyway, I just pissed
Definitely
off
upset someone there. Yeah,
pissed off a
literally.
40-year-old. I bet. I mean,
The 40-year-old that doesn't find the relationship between main character and their sister weird. Yeah. Yeah.
I shut off watching Sword Art Online after that. People said, "Oh, it gets better." Nope.
No,
I
it
don't
doesn't.
care.
No, it doesn't.
I
No.
don't. I don't care if it gets better or not. That show can suck my fucking taint for all I care. All right. That gross ass show.
Suck the lowest hair on my balls.
And grip the lowest hair on my taint with your teeth and rip that shit out. All right. Like Squidward tentacles biting the Krabby Patty.
Mi pregunta, right? Because I don't really understand. Because I don't fuck with Facebook. I just don't care. I have a lot of family on there, and I log into it maybe like once a month. But other than that, I don't give a fuck about the platform. Like, it's so shit, and I have no idea how people use it. I guess it's only popular because it's been around for so long, and that people have already gotten used to it. But it's just the worst social media. There's just so much wrong with it. Uh, how is this gonna impact people that want to make a new account? Be like, oh yeah, I have a Facebook account. Oh, too bad. You're gonna need a Meta account. How do I make a Meta account? Hey Joseph, can you come here for a second? Like,
Yeah.
I hope
yeah.
because they already fucked up with Oculus. Oculus, you didn't need a Facebook account before they ended up buying it, and now the only way to make an Oculus account is with Facebook. And I think they're even rebranding it to Meta Oculus, which
Do you have an Oculus? Is that the VR headset that you have?
Yeah, I have an Oculus 2, Quest 2, sorry. I have a Quest 2, which I think is the most recent one to come out. I don't know. I don't really follow VR. I just kind of bought it because it was on special, so, Okay. But I just hope that we don't need a whole we don't need a whole like restructuring of Facebook because just save us all the trouble. Because I mean, for this to suddenly come out and them suddenly rebrand, I know that they announced that they were going to a while ago.
Yeah,
but like, is there a reason?
I don't know. All I know is that it's just
like,
deeply ironic. That's all that I know. That it's weird and deeply ironic that they would choose to name their company after something from a fucking cyberpunk dystopian novel. That is truly ironic. That, my friend, is truly ironic. That would be like if Facebook announced that they were creating androids and called them replicants. Like, you could not get more on the nose than that. All right.
Literally.
So, at this point, Facebook's going to announce that they're working on fucking nanomachines. And Zuck's going to rip off his shirt and just be like Senator Armstrong. He's going to.
Because we all know that man is not real after he used barbecue sauce as a book.
Sweet Baby Ray's. This man has Sweet Baby Ray's. I saw a video compilation of it was just 2 minutes straight of all the times Zuck has said Sweet Baby Ray's. And I was like, what the fuck? Like, that's not human. Like, I made a funny tweet earlier about that. I was like, this dude got hit by the body snatchers or something, but it's like... I understand why people say that Zuck is a lizard, because there's no fucking way.
Facebook, a real human will go walking around and be like, Sweet Baby Ray's.
Sweet Baby Ray's. Like, the world would be a nicer place if the Mark Zuckerberg from The Social Network was the actual person. The world would be a way nicer place if that was the case. But it's not.
Nah, where we are right now. Not yet.
Holy fuck. So the Lightyear trailer.
Oh, you mean the Lightyear that hides his body cam?
You mean
turns it off?
You mean, hey Peter. All I want to know is, where was Buzz Lightyear on January 6th, 2021? Where was he?
But in all honesty, though, it doesn't look bad. It's just his face is so off-putting. His face is so off-putting. No, it wasn't. It really wasn't. That's the thing, and I think that they're aware of that, because this movie, it looks like it'll be entertaining, but I don't think it's gonna be like, oh my god, you see that one moment in Toy Story? Well, this movie actually happens in between all of that, or the actions in this movie actually explain what happened here in this moment. I think it's just gonna be like, oh,
yep,
yeah, here's more Toy Story, I guess.
I guarantee it that this movie is going to be like, spot the reference to the, spot the toy reference to the movie. Like, I guarantee that Buzz is going to fucking speak into his wrist gauntlet. We already saw him say to infinity and beyond. He's gonna pop out the wings during the trailer. You know what I mean? He's gonna use the laser beam. Now, all this movie has to do is just put Zurg in it, and we're cash money. But I guarantee that this movie's gonna have like a shawarma at the end, and it's gonna be like, wow, Mom, that was such a good movie. That's right, little Andy. Let's get in the car. Good thing I brought my toy Woody to see this movie. Like, I guarantee that's what this is gonna fucking be. All right, and it looks fine. It looks good, but the niggas who wrote the Pixar theory are punching the air right now. If humanity goes to space and becomes fat like in WALL-E, how the fuck did they have Peter going to space? That's a double funny reference, considering he voiced him in the animated show.
Did he really?
Double, yeah. Patrick Warburton was the voice of Buzz Lightyear.
No way.
Yeah, he was. Look it up. Buzz Lightyear of Star Command. He was voiced by Tim Allen in the first episode, and then in every other episode, he was voiced by Patrick Warburton.
Holy shit!
Yeah, see.
Shit.
Yeah. I was saying that when I watched. I was like, holy fuck. But I mean, it looks fine. You know, I had this fun theory, like, you know that black chick that he was with at the end of the trailer. It's like, it'd be so funny if she becomes like Zurg or something. That'd be so funny. Like I guess I was thinking while I was watching, like, okay, Zurg's probably not in this movie, but it'd be really funny if they did like a Dr. Eggman situation where, like in the Sonic movie, you know, Robotnik shows up and then by the end he becomes the spitting image of Eggman. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
And so I wonder if, like, okay, is this going to be less about Buzz Lightyear, more about Zurg's origin story? It should be crazy. That would be fucking hilarious. I mean, because if this shit is supposed to be, if this is supposed to be the basis for Buzz Lightyear, you know, then Emperor Zurg had to have been based off something. So, plus that nigga was his dad. So, we gotta. I wonder what this movie is gonna be. I'm interested to see it. It doesn't look bad, not at all. But this movie has that. Twitter put it best when it said that this movie has has that fucking this image goes hard. Feel free to screenshot energy. That's what it does. It's like if Nickelodeon. It's like if Nickelodeon would come out tomorrow and be like, here's the green ghetto SpongeBob with the money and the thumbs up movie. All right, here, Lord forgive me for what I must yabba dabba do the movie. All right, it's like it's like that, it's like a shit post, but I'm gonna watch it though. It looks pretty good. Like, not gonna lie. So,
I think I don't know. It's just again, it doesn't look bad, but something about it is very off-putting.
yeah,
I don't know if it's just because I'm comparing it to like the other Toy Story movies, right? Yeah. And it's just something about it looks odd. I don't know if it's just the character design or the actual art style itself, but something is bothering me.
The color grading is fucking terrible. I'm just gonna say that right now.
Oh yeah,
like Buzz's suit looks so. It doesn't look right.
It looks washed out,
filthy and washed out. Like, I get it that it's supposed to be like gritty realism mixed with like hyper stylized visuals, but it's like, ew. Buzz took a shit bath in that thing. Buzz Lightyear with hair is weird, and he's
not
voiced
something
by Chris
I ever
Evans.
wanted to see. Literally, though, yes.
Next up, we're gonna get Woody's Roundup, the movie, featuring Woody as played by Chris Son. Bullseye as played by Keegan Michael Key. Bullseye is played by fucking Seth Rogen. So, I mean, I'm gonna watch. Like I said, I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it out of pure morbid curiosity, not out of I need to see the origin story to Buzz Lightyear. I mean, he's a fucking space ranger. I don't give a shit. He's a fucking toy. So, fuck it. I mean, are we gonna get the rest of the toys' backstories too? We're gonna get a gritty Mr. Potato Head movie.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head. Make it like True Lies, starring Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
Oh, a live action one?
Died. So that'd be weird.
We get a live action backstory on Mr. and Mrs. Potato Head.
That'd be fucking sick, dude. Let's get like a spaghetti western. Once Upon a Time in Woody's Roundup. Now that's a movie I'd watch. Woody as played by the brilliant Clint Eastwood. You feel lucky.
You know what we need? We need Lightyear to be successful, right? Like, we need it to pop off so we can find all those like shitty, very poorly made knockoff toys that you find on like Wish or AliExpress or something. Because I don't know about you. I don't know about you, but sometimes when I'm bored and I just need a good laugh, I will just search I'll just search a toy or like a figurine and look at how poorly made these are, because I need a Chris Evans fucking melted face.
Chris Evans as Blue Hedgehog.
That's what I need. That's what I mean.
I mean, shit. I was at Spirit Halloween. You know, I was looking at all the knockoff Halloween costumes while I was trying to find a luchador mask. You know, I was just like,
you actually participating in activities for Halloween this year?
Sort of. Yeah. I mean, I'm doing this, and I'm thinking about going to like some parties I've been invited to, but You know, I was like, what am I gonna wear? I don't really have any costumes lying around. I was just like, I'm just gonna go wear some of my tights and like take my Puerto Rico flag off the wall and like tie like a rubber band to it, use it as like a rope, and have it as like a cape. And I bought like a luchador mask. So, I mean, we're gonna find out.
Gonna find out.
Yeah, it's still up in the air, and I'm cutting these plans really close because it's about to be the 30th. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm still debating what to do because I've got to go to work tomorrow, and I've also got to catch up on all the sleep that I missed this week because I am indeed sleep deprived, as any young person is. But you know,
yeah, for sure. And I mean, I'm also on that boat though. I can't even say anything because I was invited, I was invited to two different groups. So, like, it was this one that I haven't talked to since like the very beginning of senior year, and another group that I that I don't really talk to a lot either. So I'm kind of just debating on whether or not I should go or just stay in my room and play some very spooky horror games. So I feel you.
them spooky, scary skeletons. So the WB fighting game exists, which is weird. Courtesy of Hungry Box, we now know that these are confirmed leaks. So I've got two things written down about it. That A, it's apparently an open secret within the industry, and B, it's being developed to capitalize on Nintendo's mistreatment of their player base.
That's odd. Wait, is this like a quote from the person who?
This is just things that I've read on the internet. This is just things that I've read on the internet multiple times. So I wrote it down. Apparently, that's why I said apparently. It's an open secret and being developed to capitalize because Nintendo keeps mistreating their fan base and leaving a lot of money on the table.
That's a very bold claim. I will say that's a very bold claim.
Perhaps this game will, instead of featuring Leonardo and Michelangelo, will feature Donatello and Raphael, which means that this game will be mathematically superior to Nick All-Stars Brawl. I don't make the rules. You're listening to a podcast that is 1,000% certified based in Donnypiled. So,
you know it.
Y'all already
based
know.
in Donnyfield.
So, I mean, I've seen the roster leaks. It's been hard to find pictures of it because WB keeps taking them down. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I can imagine.
I can try and see if I can find one.
So, I just find it funny that all this information came from Hungry Box, considering that he's like a pretty big figure in the FGC.
Yeah.
And he hasn't gotten in trouble or anything?
Oh, no, his video got taken down. The picture he posted got taken off Twitter. It got DMCA'd to hell. But I found the picture.
Okay.
I can see recognizably Steven Universe, Batman, Harley Quinn, Finn, Jake, Shaggy, Superman, Wonder Woman, Gandalf, Rick from Rick and Morty, Bugs Bunny, and then Tom and Jerry. Yeah.
What the fuck is this? What is this list?
So if you want to see Tom and Jerry do some wobbling against Superman and then get fucking up specialed by Rick with his, moveset that takes a Harvard education to understand, this is a fighting game for you. It's called like Multiverses. There you go. Multiverses. I wonder if they're going to put LeBron James in for Space Jam 2.
I guarantee he's DLC. Guaranteed.
That would be really funny. It's got like an OC in the top left. I don't know who that character is.
Is that like an official list, like a full list for
that's what was leaked and what WB does not want you to see. So
okay. So if we're going off of the fact that that Injustice is kind of up in the air right now,
they're making a third one.
I can see. Are they? Yeah. Last we discussed, and I haven't looked into Injustice because I don't really not a game that I really care about. Last we discussed, it was kind of up in the air right now because of Warner Bros.
No, Injustice is the sequel's already being made. It's being. I don't think it's being in like active development, but it's going to be made. I think Ed Boon pretty much confirmed that already. support for MK11's already done, and NRS is working on something that I don't think is a fighting game title, at least not according to what the Boon Master has said. So,
Okay.
but Injustice 3 is in the cards. We already know this. So, but I think this is going to be like a nice sort of, let's get a Smash clone out there to drive players away from Nintendo and sponsor our own tournaments or whatever. I wouldn't be surprised if they do that.
Yeah, I mean, that's the most logical. Hello, money. That apparently Nintendo doesn't like. Let's be real.
Money.
Or Atlas, for that matter. But, anyways.
Yeah, Atlas, when are we going to get the Shin Megami Tensei fighting game? Not like Persona 4. First off, put Arena Ultimax on Series S, okay? Do that first. Then you can go ahead and fucking make the Shin Megami Tensei fighting game with, you know, all of the Mega Ten
Featuring
characters.
Dante.
That'd be fucking hilarious if they did that. That'd be hilarious. I'd be the sickest Raito main. All right, that'd be fucking hilarious. Actually, that's like a really good idea. Maybe I should write that down in my long list of fighting games that I conceptualize and never bother to put in Mugen. You know, like like I've done for many others. But I mean, I'm interested. I'm interested in it just in the same way I was interested in Nick Brawl. I'm probably not going to play it because I don't play platform fighters very well, and as evidenced by my time with Nick Brawl, I'm very prone to getting things very wrong. So
yeah, a little bit.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't mean to shit on that game as hard because I completely missed that. Because I don't. At the time we recorded that podcast, I only played Nick Brawl twice. I just completely blew past those features. Didn't even see them. So that's my fault. My L. I was gonna address that in the AJH quarterly, but I guess I can just say it now. My fault, guys. Sorry, but. I mean, I don't even really play Smash like that hardcore either. I just play it like with my little brother, and maybe when I'm like taking a shit or something. I don't know. It's like
you're not an online Wi-Fi warrior. Are you really even a Smash player? Like
no, I'm not. No,
you don't play Smash. Period. Like you're not a Smash player.
Nope.
You just don't play Smash. You're not come on, man. You haven't even experienced the full amazing experience that is online.
No, I like having sex.
Okay, Virtual Fighter player. Whatever you say.
I'm about to get Mexican in this bitch.
But I'm about to get racist.
I'm about to dig deep into my soul and unleash Paco, the KOF player. But I mean, fuck it, dude. Honestly, I mean, if this game's gonna be anything like I think it is, I'm probably gonna buy it day one, try and pick up Superman, and find that he's just as disappointing as Danny Phantom was in Nick All Stars.
Right.
So you know what?
Oh my god,
that pissed me off. That hurt my feelings. That I was so excited to play as Danny Phantom, and then he just sucks. What the fuck is this, man? I didn't sing the fucking theme song, you know, on the podcast for nothing.
The pod for nothing, man.
That shit was perfect. First try, and then this is what I get. But I mean, it's kind of odd still thinking about it because Rick from Rick and Morty is gonna be fighting Superman and Batman. It's like I hope maybe this game will have sound effects and character themes is the number one thing that this game can do to surpass Nick Brawl in terms of quality. You know.
True. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just, we'll see. I had more faith in Nick than I do with WB. I will say, simply because I mean, I find the character. Okay, if this game can actually get down character balancing, because that's the one thing that one of like the main things, anyways, that All Stars kind of suffered from, that every character felt like strong and good and usable.
That's a good thing. What?
Well, in some cases, because sometimes I guess I'm just looking at this from like a meta perspective. Like some things just need to be better than other ones. Like not everything can be well. Because I mean that just doesn't really create a very interesting environment for me. No. Like there are some things that have to be better.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. In any game that I play,
Joe, I'm gonna stop. Let me stop you right there. You are mathematically off point on this one, Chief.
In any game that I play, it is more interesting for something to be stronger than for everything to be on the on a level playing field. If a game has a higher skill ceiling, and if the game actually cares to be like competitive whatsoever, I think it's important to have some things that are better than others. Because imagine if like some fucking wacko from the side of the street that you don't care about picked up like an S tier character, I guess, for fighting games, and just whooped your ass with it because every single character is good. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know. I don't know. It's
When
just-
every character is S tier, then there is no S tier.
okay, but come on.
I play Virtua Fighter, and that game is balanced to near perfection. So I can tell you, balance.
I mean,
and
but
having
there
a
are
level
still
playing
tier
field.
lists in Virtua Fighter.
Yeah,
are there
no
not?
shit. But that game is
Yeah.
balanced. Every single character in that game is viable. That game relies mostly on you player skill and knowledge of fundamentals than it does anything related to characters. And that applies to most fighting games. Virtua Fighter specifically, because that game has been balanced to perfection. So let me tell you. All right. Balance is key. No, I can't. I don't even know how to phrase calling you a poopy dumb fuck. Okay. I can't believe I just heard that. Okay, Syndrome.
I don't even know why you're calling me that. Come on, man.
That's what Syndrome said. He said not everybody can be super. But
hey, maybe he was onto something. Who
look,
knows?
don't you dare tell me that. I've gotten into arguments about that before. Syndrome had a point. Syndrome was the good guy of the Incredibles. That's besides the point. All right, but listen, balance is key. Nick had a bunch of broken shit because the devs said we're going to let this game be broken, have fun, and we'll fix it later. That was the point. All right, and that led to a fun few days post launch. And now, Michelangelo's been banned from tournaments, but it's just like it's an unbalanced fighting game is fun. Clearly, you've never played Sailor Moon,
I actually haven't.
or Hakuto no Ken. All right, so just you don't know how fun things can be when every character is busted. All right, this not every fighting game needs to be Marvel 2, where if you're not playing MSS, you're not playing the game properly. Good balance can make a good fighting game great. All right. It's variation. And that's what this game needs. And this game doesn't look like it's going to have it because it looks like it's just going to be another cheap Smash clone that's going to flop. And then Smash players on Twitter are going to be toxic about it. So,
Of course, yeah. They're going to upload a Twitch screenshot seeing that Nick only has 12 viewers while Smash has several thousands. Yeah. That's exactly what they're gonna do.
yeah, Smash fans are going to be on pack watch as soon as this shit happens. Okay, but you know what? I'm just like, I don't know. I just think that this game needs to do more than just try to capitalize on Nintendo's failures with the fan base. That's like the one thing that I think is going to hold Nick Brawl back is just that is a well that runs dry very fast. Mm-hmm. And the one thing that Smash has above all of those is that it's a finely tuned fighting game. It's not balanced by any means, by any fucking means. You know what I mean? But it's finely tuned and fun, and that's what matters the most. Like one of my favorite fighting games, Street Fighter V, is horribly imbalanced. Fuck Street Fighter V. Actually, fuck Street Fighter V. Let me talk about Third Strike.
What happened here?
Let me talk about Third Strike. Okay, Third Strike is my favorite fighting game ever made. It is also one of the most horribly balanced fighting games I've ever played in my life. Its balance is terrible. There are like 4 playable characters. You got Chun-Li, you got Yun, you got Ken, and then like fucking Hugo or something. Okay, like just think about the first 3: Chun-Li, Ken, and Yun. All right, that's Third Strike right there. That is what you're gonna see. Okay, maybe Urian instead of Hugo. We'll say Urian. Okay, but that game's terribly balanced. All right, and based off of those 4 characters, you know what I mean. A sort of meta game within Third Strike has evolved from that, and then you'll still see people picking up Q and taking Q to tournament and winning. You might not see people picking up Necro or 12 and doing that, but it's like what matters the most, more than balance or more than character voices or more than modes or whatever. It's got to be fun. And that's the one thing that I think that this game might have against it, is because it's not being made by people who make fun fighting games. It's not being made by NRS, and those are the fighting game people at Warner Brothers. So.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I'm cautiously optimistic, I guess.
That's one of us at least.
I mean,
I'm writing it off because it's just the whole idea of trying to capitalize off like those fans. Like that's implying that those fans even exist in the first place. Like fans that overlap. Because I mean, it's just I don't think that obviously they exist, but I don't think it's big enough of a market like between those two like franchises or IPs, whatever they're called, to really warrant making a game like specifically to catch that. But I don't know, it's just weird. I don't have any faith. None.
Yeah, well, we'll see. I'd suggest that you wait on writing it off until we see a trailer. That's what I'll say.
Yeah,
I'll say at least give
that.
it that much.
Fair enough. Yeah, I guess I'll be nice this time around.
So I've heard that I believe his name is Brian Ybarra. I think the CEO of Blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
This week I heard that he hopped on Twitch and was selling raid clears or raid boosts on Twitch, essentially. That's what I heard.
Huh.
It was like maybe not it was the Activision Blizzard CEO, but someone high up. Let me look up his name.
Over in Blizzard?
Yeah. Let me see.
That's so fucking crazy to me. Wow.
Mike Ybarra. That was his name. Mike Ybarra. He's a co-lead at Blizzard, and he hopped on Twitch and was selling raid clears. And I heard that that's a pretty big faux pas in terms of MMOs, that you're not that like even though it's like really common in like 14 and in WoW and shit, that like it's so common that people just don't care anymore. But that's just like that you're not supposed to do that still.
Yeah, I mean it's one of those things that people kind of don't really openly talk about, but they're still aware. Like at least
it's an open secret.
14, yeah, at least over in 14 and Destiny 2, people aren't like really discussing it. They just like, raids exist and boosts or carries or recoveries, as they're called in Destiny 2, because recovering another person's account. Like it's a thing that everyone looks down upon, and if you do them, you don't talk about it, basically. But yeah,
that's crazy. I heard that it was like that people use like the money they make from boosts to like pay for their accounts, essentially to pay for their subs. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Right. Yeah.
That people will just, that it takes so long to get the consumables necessary to do a raid. That people will just buy the clear. You know what I mean? And it's like I just heard that it was a math that you're not supposed to. It's not that you're not supposed to do it. It's just that it's kind of frowned upon, even though it's widely accepted that it happens. And it was just kind of wild reading that the fucking CEO is doing that. That's crazy. That'd be like if like Harada started streaming on the Tekken channel and he was using like a low parry bot. That's what it would be like. You know what I mean? It's just crazy to me.
I never thought that someone so high up would be interested in doing that, considering the amount of money they bring in anyways.
Yeah.
But I guess here we are.
I mean, doesn't Blizzard also allow you to buy gold as well or something? I think
I read that. Yeah, so, you can. I think they're called gold passes, or a it's a certain pass that you can just straight up redeem for gold, like in-game gold.
Yeah, that is certainly weird. That's just an odd concept to me. I don't understand how you could just do that and not think anything of it. That's crazy to me.
It's Activision we're talking about here. They put a new battle pass every like 2 months and just fucking stuff it with random shit in Call of Duty, and everyone accepts it. So
random shit like the fucking rabbit from Donnie Darko.
Oh, I
playable in
actually
Warzone.
don't even know.
They made the fucking rabbit from Donnie Darko into a character in Warzone.
Hmm.
Which, honestly, that crossed the line. That was like, what the fuck? It's beyond parody. It's beyond parody. Of all
This is
of
real now.
Of all fucking movies to cross over with, you cross over with fucking Donnie Darko. That's insane. Next, we're gonna get Battlefield 2042 Cross the Butterfly Effect, starring Ashton Kutcher. Play as Ashton Kutcher in the new Battlefield 2042 expansion pack.
Yeah. No, you think that we're gonna get to a point in I guess what would you call it? Just crossovers between artists or some sort of media and video games? Do you think we're gonna get to a
cross-media
point?
collaboration.
You think we're gonna get to a point where that's just a normal thing that people do? Like, you think like several years down the line we're gonna see an Among Us and Final Fantasy 14 collab, or an Ariana Grande and I was gonna say Final Fantasy, but that one actually already happened. Ariana Grande and fucking Battlefield crossover. Like, is this what we're gonna be doing now?
I enjoy living my life most of the time, and I don't want to hang myself. But I'm just saying that should any of this start happening, where we get, I don't know. It's like I think that we need to stop. Like I said I believe it was last episode. This all happened because of fucking Avengers and Fortnite blew the fuck up, because that shit exploded, beyond anyone's expectations. So it's like, if that, like I said, I wish I could go back in time and just pull the plug on the email server before, like, right when that email was still in the ether, so that it could never reach the server, and that it would just that collaboration would be dead before it would even arrive. So I cannot do it. It needs to stop. It's just like, I don't understand how Donnie Darko connects to Call of Duty at all.
It just fucking does it, don't you? You're not even reading the lore, obviously. If you didn't know that happened, come on,
Jesus
man.
Christ. It's like weird. It's weirder than that, like, oddly shoehorned in part in Life is Strange 1 where Max talks about that one shitty ass Final Fantasy movie. Just out of nowhere, unprompted, and how that movie's underrated and a hidden gem. Like, thanks, Square Enix, for gassing your own shit up, I guess. Ooh-wee. Like, that's weird. Like, but I don't know. I think we're heading down a dark place. We're heading into the cyberpunk future where corporations rule everything. Mike Pondsmith predicted it all. He knew. This is where we were going.
But a crossover that I don't think anyone needed are NFTs and Super Mario.
No, that's not what I heard about this week.
Oh
in terms
yeah,
of NFTs. Oh god, what is Nintendo doing? Wait, didn't Nintendo put a cease and desist on
here's
that?
the thing. Yeah, they did, but the dude is still running around making it. So, in case you are not aware, we love to shit on NFTs and anything related to them.
Every episode.
Of course, it comes up some fucking how. There's a guy over here on Twitter.com. Oh wait, he actually deleted the tweet. What a guy.
Oh,
what a dude.
What a jokester.
Can't find him anymore then. Damn, I was gonna find it and see if he had said anything else about it, but never mind. So essentially, this guy, his name is, I think, Zeke. I didn't really catch it. He posts a tweet thinking that it would be a banger. It's about the 1-Up beta. It went flawlessly, man. It looks like a Mario Battle Royale. It's like I don't know how to explain. You have the clip?
Yep, I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah, it looks like a Mario Battle Royale, and it's powered all by NFTs and crypto.
Game One
Now
Up.
tell
coins.
me.
Or
Tell
One
me.
Up. There it is.
Yeah, one up. Yeah.
Tell you what.
Uh,
Tell me what. Tell
I
me
didn't
what.
realize that we were at a point in society or in life to where people would be paying JPEGs to go play a Super Mario Battle Royale.
Well, Joe. Let me pull my mic in a little bit closer. You see, we are living in quite a dark time. We're living in a time where people will pay 5 figures and up for JPEGs. Where people will pay 5 figures and up to have their artwork stored on something that costs a city's worth of energy to produce. And they pay out the ass for it and then get ratioed to hell and back and get their ass beat in the quote retweets for posting about it. You know, for once, I'm really happy that Nintendo is incredibly litigious. For once.
Oh
I'm
yeah,
happy.
this one time.
Doesn't excuse every other time that they were. You know,
Oh yeah,
when Doug
no,
Bowser
no.
flew to Venezuela to hand that little kid a cease and desist. But finally, Nintendo uses their powers for good, and you know, this time at least rightly, their copyright is being violated. Unlike with all those ROM sites that they kept trying to take down and fan projects and whatnot. But you know, this time they were actually right on the money with the copyright violation, and this shit is going away. I hope that the creator of this NFT, the creator of One Up and One Up token or the One Up platform, I wish you a big fat suck my cock. You
Suck
stupid
my
fuck.
fucking nuts.
I've been roasting my one friend for wanting to get into crypto ever since he told us 2 weeks ago, and I've had many a Discord argument at 3 a.m. about how he's a dumb fuck idiot who is trying to help destroy the environment by getting in NFTs. And I think you're also a stupid dumb fuck idiot, chuckle fuck bastard. And I hope that you can call your mom if she's even still alive and if she's not good riddance. And perhaps get from her the validation that you so desperately crave from the internet. You lonely fuck. Suck my dick.
I can't believe because now that you had sent me the tweet, that's not the original one that I saw. I saw it on the actual developer's page. I don't know if it was actually the developer, but it seemed like pretty important. Like he's working on the project. I'm looking at the reaction on the official Twitter, and wow, people are actually out here excited.
They're adding Nintendo.
Wow. Because if you go onto the pages, like actual profile, scroll down to their other tweet, there are people actually in those comments like, "Oh my, yo, look at One Up! Wow, congrats, team! It was a pleasure working with you guys.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun." Like,
Yeah.
what?
It's the same shit I saw with the Yakuza NFT. It's crypto bros calling out the other crypto bros. You know. So this guy's got an NFT for a profile picture. So that guy's a dumbass.
I hope I can't just right click and keep it.
Oh, here's another one. Beginning my foray into NFTs and crypto. Yeah.
They're actually making a push now. They're actually pushing back and making infographics as to how they're not as bad. As bad.
Wow, they're in a Telegram.
Wow.
Where are you seeing these infographics at? Let me see them.
Oh, not on this specific one. I have to actually go search for them. But it was actually, I think, related to this.
Okay.
I was looking at some quote retweets, of course, because that's always the funniest thing to do on Twitter.com. Upon seeing a shitty reply or shitty take, just go to the quotes.
Yep.
And some guy had actually posted an infographic there, but since the original person deleted the tweet, I can't find it. So very sad. But they're actually out here making infographics on how NFTs aren't as bad for the environment as you think.
Yeah, look,
wow.
it's no fucking wonder that you know, we all know, or we all at least should know, that the two leading causes of climate change are A, the beef industry, and B, the automotive industry. We all know that. Okay, but don't act like using a city's worth of power to generate some information for the fucking blockchain to defend your fucking $50,000 JPEG purchase is not contributing anything, you fucking idiots. Like, are you stupid? Are you stupid or are you just dumb? Genuinely. it's like they crypto bros want so badly for you to justify their investment in in currencies that aren't even real. Can't hold a Bitcoin, but you can hold my fucking dick and balls in your mouth, you fucking dumbasses.
I fucking knew you were gonna say that.
I'm finding the most creative ways to tell crypto bros to suck my dick because it's funny. But in all seriousness, it's like these currencies aren't going to be around forever, and it's not like I'm saying that from a place of infinite hubris. I'm just saying that from a place of like, currencies always die out. This currency will die out.
Yes.
The U.S. dollar will fall and be replaced by, like woolongs or whatever they were using in fucking Cowboy Bebop or whatever. You know what I mean? So it's like, why invest in a currency that you can't even print? There's no, like, it takes a city's worth of power to mint crypto, as opposed to the infinitely less power it takes to mint U.S. dollars.
My nuts. Oh, that too.
That too. Maybe you can suck my dick while I operate the money printer at the U.S. Treasury Department, at the Federal Reserve. You know what I mean? It's like, you can't defend that forever. Spending like $500K plus on an NFT of the Nyan cat seems like a cool novelty, and then you realize that you just purchased something that everybody has already seen and nobody cares to own. Like, you're fucking stupid. I've had too many conversations and I've laid out this point too many times that NFTs are worthless and I don't consider them art, and I think I consider everyone who's into crypto and NFTs a stupid dumb fuck bastard that your parent and your parents didn't love you. Sorry about that.
Oh, and by the way, just to make things clear, this also applies to anyone who actually legally uses Adobe products. Now that Adobe is like, yeah, NFTs.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Oh yeah. Even though that shit is so easily circumventable.
But hey,
this is a reminder that it is always morally ethical and actually kind of sexy to pirate Adobe products, most notably Photoshop, Premiere, and Audition.
man,
Remember,
I would absolutely hate for people to just go on YouTube and find out how to get these software for free. I'll be heartbroken.
It would really fucking ruin my day if another African guy on Reddit posted a crack of Adobe Premiere.
Ugh, so sad. So sad.
That's how I got my Premiere.
No.
Honestly, like piracy at this point in the software industry is kind of like, it's kind of just like generally accepted that everybody does it.
Mm-hmm.
Even
the people that say that piracy is bad, which I don't know if you've been on TikTok and seen people stitching the fuck out of this guy.
I haven't probably,
but yeah, there's a dude on TikTok right now that's really up in arms about, piracy is always bad. It will always be bad. And it's like, shut up. You have probably pirated something before in your life.
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, like I'm not gonna pay Adobe Creative Cloud like $250 per month or whatever to use fucking,
For a license.
All I do is just use Premiere, Photoshop, and Audition. That's it. You know what I mean? It's not like I'm not gonna go out of my way to spend $250 plus on a bunch of programs I don't even use, like Adobe Bridge. I don't give a shit. I keep my files organized. Period. I don't need all that shit to do that. I don't need all of that. I'm not too deep in these fucking software streets to be getting all pressed about it. It's like, it's a major corporation. Adobe makes millions and billions of dollars. Imagine defending them against pirates. You're not
doing anything for yourself.
Yeah, hope Adobe sees this.
Really?
Hope she sees this, bro. So it's like, I'm not too worried about it, but fuck you, Adobe. I love pirating your products. I've never legally bought an Adobe product once in my life. So
if you have, you're lying.
Yeah, if you have bought an Adobe product like legally, I think you're like a waste of space. Just let's say that now.
No, I feel bad for the companies that actually do have to, because Adobe can come after them, and I feel bad.
Look, it's not okay to pirate an indie game. It's not. But it is okay to pirate Adobe products. And it's actually kind of sexy. Pirating Adobe products.
Plus 10,000 social credits.
Matched with this girl on Tinder. She said in her bio that she likes to pirate Adobe products. I piped her the next day.
Let's go.
Y'all know what I had to do. Had to do what I had to do. Got to see it through, my boy.
Got to see it through, my boy.
Yeah, so this week I mentioned that I didn't get very much sleep, and that's partially my fault because I was staying up in so many past 1 a.m. Discord calls, shooting this shit with my friends, staying up till like 7 a.m. Talking about funny shit, and like we had this conversation the other day. That was about like if there were like certain mythological creatures were like real, like where would the line be for you? I was like there's like I got like a whole list of them. Like if vampires and werewolves and like the Yeti were real, I'm like offing myself. But I said none of that shit compares to like if I found out that like El Cucuy was real.
Whoa. We're going too far here. You can't just start off with that.
Because
we're losing. We're dead. We
because dude, I've got so much specific trauma related to the fucking Cucuy, bro. I mean, it's Halloween. It's time to get spooky with it. So fuck it. Let's talk about one of two things that I'm genuinely fearful of. The other being my mom. Love you.
Just laying it out there.
Had to rank the two. I'd say my mom's a Chris number 2, and number 1 is still the Cucuy, even though I'm a fucking grown ass man. Still afraid of the Cucuy. Like, you know how many times I was locked in like dark rooms at night, being told that if I don't behave, the Cucuy's gonna get me. All right,
that is not something you place on a child.
Having my dark laundry room pointed at with the paint chipping off the wall, saying the Cucuy's in there, and if you don't behave, I'm gonna put you in there with the Cucuy. He's gonna get you. Fuck, bro. Like, honestly, like I could live in a world with like vampires and werewolves and yetis and shit. Like that's scary as fuck. That's spooky as shit. But if scientists come out and say, "Yo, we found the Cucuy," I'm done. I'm not even leaving behind the note. I'm gone.
He's an entirely different content.
I am out of this world.
Leaving. Goodbye.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any like fucking creatures or critters or whatever that you're like that afraid of, but like for me, that's the one that I can confidently say if they found that shit, I'm out of here.
I feel like this is gonna be an odd answer, but leprechauns?
They're magically delicious.
Leprechauns?
That is an odd answer.
They are low key terrifying. You can't tell me that if you saw one outside your house, you wouldn't shit yourself. Like if it actually like approached you, came up to you, you telling me you can't tell me that you wouldn't shit yourself.
I'd shit myself being like, holy shit, you're the Lucky Charms guy. Holy shit, it's not just delicious, it's magically nutritious. I shit myself at that revelation.
No. Shut up.
See pink hearts, yellow moons, orange stars, and green clovers. This is what we see it in the
I'm
bowl.
fucking killing myself, bro. Now you're ridiculing me, man.
You did say it was gonna be a weird choice, and like, yeah, what the fuck is so scary about leprechauns?
Dude, it's not natural. It's not natural to go outside and see a miniature fucking thing dressed in green that looks sort of like a human. Like, that shit does not look natural. You see them all in cartoons. You see them on a cereal. Like, yes. But if you saw one in real life as a actual being, as an actual entity that exists in our world, no, I'm out.
Leprechauns partake in mischief. What's so scary about that?
I don't know. It's just if I had to actually sit down and see one in real life, I don't think I could do it. I don't think so.
What is so scary about a leprechaun?
Dude, I just said. Imagine if I just said because no, because really, if you saw one outside.
What are you thinking of? What are you thinking of when you think of leprechauns? That's my thing. What are you thinking of?
That's exactly what I'm thinking. It isn't natural. It looks weird.
What do you see when you see a leprechaun? What do you see?
my death. I see my death.
So you're scared of short Irishmen? That's what you're scared of?
No, okay,
Is that it?
Okay,
You're scared of
okay.
you're scared of some Lucky Charms, scared of a pot of gold, you're scared of a Shamrock Shake? Is that what you're scared
Trigger
of?
warning. God.
Trigger warning. Being afraid of leprechauns.
Okay, but okay, if we're now, if I actually sat down and thought about it, I feel like Gorgons would be pretty scary, I gotta say. Like from Greek mythology. I feel like I would nope out of there. Like, it's like, no, I'm not fucking with it. I feel like leprechauns would still be scarier, but Gorgons are deadly. So there you have that.
Sisters who are described as having hair made of living venomous snakes and horrifying. It's like Medusa, essentially.
Basically, yeah.
But Medusa kind of bad though.
They look at her once and you're fucking and you're stoned.
I mean, you don't gotta look her. You can't look her in the eye, right? I mean, who said I was gonna look her in the eye? Medusa would be like, my eyes therapy. To be like Cobra Commander. My eyes therapy. I'm like, I'm not gonna look up there, miss.
No, I'm good. I'm chilling. I'm chilling.
Spooty poo. Nah, that's not happening to me. I'm not getting caught lacking. The only creature that can catch me lacking is the Cucuy, bro. It's Cuckoo. I'm not about to have that shit happen to me. Like if I really sat down and broke it down, like if we're talking straight like monsters, the Chupacabra is scary as fuck to me. Nah, that's terrifying.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's
fair enough.
fucking terrifying. He sucked all the blood out. Like I could live like okay, Mothman 2. Mothman's another one where I'm like I can't live with that discovery. Like I can live with the discovery of like the Sasquatch. I can live with the discovery of the Loch Ness monster, even though both of those are proven false by this point. Like I can live with those discoveries. I could not live with the discovery of like the Chupacabra, the Jersey Devil, or like Mothman. That is a big case of the nopes. All right, like they could be like, yeah, demons are real, ghosts are real. I'm like, okay, that's fine. I've seen plenty of spooky shit in my lifetime. But the Chupacabra, the Cucuy, nah, that's not happening. I'm not trying to get snatched up. Like that's my
Wendigos? No, Wendigos.
Okay, but it's easy. But it's easy to avoid getting caught by a Wendigo, though. It's easy as fuck. You know what you do? Step 1, don't eat people. Step 2, refuse to elaborate. Step 3, leave. All right, just don't eat people, and then the Wendigo won't come after you. Don't go into the mountains, and don't eat people. And I live in the city, so I'm not going into the mountains. And I think pork is delicious, so I'm not going to eat people. All right, pigs are fine. I'm satisfied with eating pigs, cows, and chickens, and plants, and fruits, and whatever else that's not a person. I'd eat my cute ass cat before I ate a fucking human. All right.
Oh, come on. You can't do that.
Nah, if it comes down...
Too fast.
I'm too thick, too sexy to get murdered and eaten. If it comes down to you or my cat, I'm killing my cat first. I'm just saying. I'm not going to eat a person. Because if I'm trapped in the mountains with like my fucking family and there's like a cute ass golden retriever right there, that golden retriever is going to make me some nice, delicious...
Bozo.
R.I.P. Bozo. Packwatch, rest in piss, you won't be missed. All right, because as soon as a person gets eaten, the spirit of the Wendigo will awaken and take over the spirit, the body of the person who hath consumed human flesh. That's not happening to me. I'm not getting caught like that. I played Until Dawn. All right.
Oh my god! You know what? The one that is so obvious that I completely forgot about until right now. La Llorona. Hello.
Oh shit! My friend was talking about that when we were having that conversation. Let me look that shit up. Oh yeah, that bitch who was drowning kids. Oh yeah, this bitch. Yeah, that's another one. That's not about to happen.
I mean, I guess we would be fine because we're not children, and like her whole thing is that like she starts crying and the kids come close and like you know.
Yeah, well, the Cucuy kidnaps kids too, and I'm fucking 20 years old. And I'm still scared of that shit. What's that supposed to say?
Fair enough.
That shit still gets me to sleep like guts, bro. One eye open. Nah, that's just not about that. But what about that one bitch from Japanese folklore? What's that bitch called?
The Japanese? I'm not sure.
Oh,
about
yes,
that
I
one.
found it. I found it. Okay.
What is it called?
Let me see if I can find. I think her name is Yashaku-sama. It's that 8-foot tall Japanese bitch who like kidnaps and murders kids.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another one that would creep me the fuck out.
Well, I haven't heard about that one in Japanese, anyways. But
Yeah, I ran
interesting.
across that on like Reddit once, and I was like, let me look that up. And that was terrifying. So it's like an 8-foot tall like voluptuous Japanese chick who like draws in like 13-year-old boys and then murders them, and they go missing. And I'm just like, what the fuck?
Interesting.
That shit gets me to this day because I've been making some pretty terrible decisions when my dick is hard. So it's like if I'm out if I'm out in the streets and this 8-foot tall woman catches me, I mean, like, look at what happened when Lady Dimitrescu came out.
Literally, though. Literally.
So it's like, I don't know if I could trust myself.
I wish my father was more present in my life.
Okay, but you know one that I think we can agree on? If the boogeyman came, like,
Okay,
when
what you mean by
just
the
started
boogeyman?
running around, I got these hands.
What you
I
mean
got some
by the
hands.
boogeyman? Because when I think of the boogeyman, I think of like Kane from WWE.
That's a very specific example, but yeah, you know what? Fair enough. Fair enough.
Like when someone says the boogeyman, that all I can think of is just Kane's red ass face. So because it's like that's what they used to call this nigga. They used to call him the boogeyman.
Yeah,
I looked up the boogeyman on Wikipedia, and the first picture that pops up is a picture of the fucking cucuy. So that just furthers my opinion that that's the scariest fucking thing to ever exist. Oh my god! Like that shit used to keep me up as a kid. It still keeps me up to this day. Thinking like just I'm gonna get snatched for misbehaving. Like, he's gonna come and snatch my ass up and kill me. Like I don't even know what the cucuy looks like. It's like the first picture I saw on Google was kind of creepy. You know,
I mean, I guess there's like several different iterations. Cause I, what's it called?
Oh, that's terrifying. Jesus.
Because I grew up knowing it as Coco. Like that's how I called it.
Yeah, people call him Coco, Cuco, Cucuy. People call him all type of shit.
Yeah. So I mean, and the one that I envisioned when I was, you know, I feel like saying I was raised on Coco was like a weird statement, but like it's just a natural superstition that like every single fucking person in my family has.
Of the nigga who comes in the night and snatches your kids up when they misbehave.
Yes.
Oh God.
It's like some dude with like some sharp ass teeth.
Yeah.
Some like really nasty eyes.
Yeah,
like,
my inner 6-year-old is crying his eyes out right now. I'm so sorry.
Quivering in his boots.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I remember like sitting in like the corner. I'm like, every bed that I've ever slept in has been pushed up against the wall, you know. And so I remember being like 6, just like in the corner of my bedroom on my bed, just like with my fucking arms wrapped around my knees, quaking at the trees moving outside because I misbehaved before I went to bed. My mom yelled at me and said the cucuy was gonna come and fucking get me, you know. In my dark ass room, and she would turn the breaker off so I couldn't turn the light back on.
Oh, that's fun.
So it's like so I would be in that bitch crying in fear, being unable to sleep because I thought that if I close my eyes, the fucking cucuy is gonna snatch me up and take me away. You know, I had so much to live for back then, like my Millennium Falcon toy. My plush Sonic the Hedgehog. I didn't want to lose him. All right. But it's like that shit still gets me to this day, man. It's like if I'm about to go to bed and somebody mentions cucuy, I'm gonna turn my iPhone flashlight on and put that shit right on my headboard so that I can just have a light into my room. you know, and just so the Cucuy can't get my ass, because everybody knows that the Cucuy can't get you if the lights are turned on. So
True.
that's
True.
like that shit is that's universal knowledge. That's why I run up the fucking stairs so hard when I have to like leave my basement, turn the light off, and just book it up them shits like the fucking Scooby-Doo monster hands are reaching out behind me to grab me. You know what I mean? I remember one time when I was like 8, I had to come upstairs from my basement. My basement was like finished because I grew up in the city. You know what I mean? It was like done, but it was still like kind of like old looking. You know what I mean? Mind you, this is the same basement floor that I tripped and busted my chin like wide open on. Mind you.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, when I was like 6. So like I shut the light off.
Sweet chin music.
Yeah, so like I shut the light off, and there was only like one light on at the top of the stairs. So I shut the light off. I start running up the stairs, and I'm running so hard that I tripped, and I thought that something like grabbed me, and I was like, ah! 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 and I was like 8. My dad was like, "What the fuck are you screaming for?" I'm like, "Something grabbed me, dog."
Something grabbed me.
And I
Please,
went
to me.
I went to go show him, and this fucking psycho ran his hand along the back of my neck. My God, I almost lost my fucking mind that day. All right.
That's so fucked up. That is so fucked up.
Love you, Dad, but fuck you for that one. That scared the shit out of me, man. All right, I'm not. Can't believe I'm a grown ass man who still sometimes can't sleep at night because of this shit.
No, man.
I mean, it's like normal. I mean, like I was watching, like I told you the other day about that Wendigoon video about the Mandela catalog, and even he admitted, he was like, "Yeah, the imagery in this got me so hard that I couldn't sleep at night." I was like, "Okay, that makes good to know I'm not alone. Good to know I'm not the only pussy bitch in the world."
Hey there, Jeeves the Robot Butler here. Just to clear something up before it gets taken out of context, Adam meant to say that the images from the Mandela catalog scared the YouTuber Wendigoon so hard he couldn't sleep. Not that the images got him hard. Like that way, lol. Kinda hilarious, but still. Gotta get ahead of that because I'm dying of laughter in the editing suite right now.
You know what I mean? Ted, he can't go to bed because of some funky faces, and I can't go to bed because I think the Cucuy is going to get me.
Some days, man. Some days you're just chilling.
Some nights I stay up. Oh, God, what'd you see?
Oh.
I don't want to I don't want to see it.
No. It's just El Coco. That's why.
Yeah. God, why do they make this shit up? I feel like this shit is only made up for the purpose of just making your kids scared to exist.
Oh, 100%. Oh, 100%.
Like, I get wanting to teach your kid a lesson, but like this shit has traumatized me.
I feel like the person who invented all of these mythological creatures, I think their jobs are. I think they're pretty well done, considering that several generations later, like multiple generations later, we're still telling them.
Good for you! You ruined my fucking life, you piece of shit! Make me fucking think about the Cucuy, man. That shit is so funny to me. Like, I feel like I'm gonna have to try so hard. Because, like, okay, look, I know we talked about this in the last episode, but, like, I'm a big brother, okay? And I didn't tell my little brother about the Cucuy because I'm not a bad person. I didn't do that to him. Okay, I did not.
Not a bad person.
But I feel like that might change when I have a kid and I really want to teach him a lesson without having to, like, give him the pow. You know what I mean? So I'm just gonna be like, have you ever heard of the Cucuy?
Cucuy, cabrón.
Cuco? Yo, I remember I was sitting on a bus in my junior year, and it was in the middle of like January or something, so it was like still dark outside, and we would like go to the bus like 6 a.m. or whatever. And my friend, I'm gonna blow his name out, was telling us about how he was like convinced that he saw Cuco. And I was like, nah, you don't need to be telling me that while it's still dark out. You don't need to be saying all that.
We're inside of a room with light, maybe, but no.
Yeah.
No.
Telling us that shit. He can get us into the street light. That's not enough light to work.
you were still fucked.
Yeah. I have weird rules when it comes to that. It's like if my room light is on, I'm safe. But it's like if I got a light on in the hallway and not in my bedroom, it's over. That's enough light for the
game over, bro.
That's enough light for
game
Cucuy
over, man.
That's not enough light to kill Cucuy to make him go away. That's not enough light. He can still sneak up on me. It's like I was watching fucking Monsters Inc. the other day, right? And I was like, if I was a kid, I wouldn't be scared by like a good 90% of these niggas. Like that shit, they'd be like cute, you know.
I guess
it's like you see Monsters University, right? Because I also watched that too. So you remember the part at the end when Mike showed up at the cabin and the little kids thought he was like cute or whatever? It's like if I saw like Mike and Sully, I'd probably act like Boo did. I'd be like, that's cute. You know, I'm not going to be really terrified. I'd be terrified of like Mr. Water News because that nigga's like a spider, you know, and I'm scared of spiders. But it's like, you know, I don't know. Like, it just takes a specific type of fear to get me. Something existential. That's what gets me going. Something that'll tell me that I'm going to get snatched up when I go to sleep, which is my favorite thing to do. We. All right, we.
One fear.
Big monka. It's like, okay, but like you want to talk about big monkeys being scary? That episode of SpongeBob creeped me out when I was a kid. Where it was like, if you're Patrick in the gorilla suit, and then it was just a gorilla, I was like, what the fuck?
It's like, huh.
People talk about how that episode where Squidward's in the future like scared them. I was like, nah, that episode's like normal to me. But the one with the nigga in the gorilla suit was terrifying.
I kind of get that though. I kind of get that fear.
What about the future or about gorillas?
Yeah. No. Of the SpongeBob episode. It wasn't about like there was nothing about it that is actually scary. It's just it wasn't
surreal.
SpongeBob.
It's
it was
surreal and very avant-garde is what it is.
Yes.
It's just like
Sicily.
A blank space of nothingness where they say alone. Alone. I'm like, yeah, I get how that could kind of like freak you out, make the hairs in the back of your neck stand up, but it's like, nah, the gorilla suit one tripped me out. I was so convinced that Patrick wasn't the real gorilla. I was so convinced. It's flipped up my knowledge of everything. What if the gorilla came to attack me? You know what used to scare me as a kid? You remember that show, Mr. Meaty?
Mr. Meaty?
There's that puppet show on Nickelodeon where there was like the two guys, like the fat guy and the skinny guy, working at the burger joint in the mall.
Oh, okay, never mind. Yes, I remember this. Yeah.
So they had one year a Halloween special where this is where I get my fear of vampires from. Even though I write about vampires a lot in my spare time, which is weird.
Totally fuck one too, wouldn't you? Yeah.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't fuck a vampire. Only human beings. That's my rule. Vampires are zombies, which are not humans, so it doesn't. That's a no-go. Anyway, even though vampires for some reason are very horny, it's because they're aristocracy. But we don't talk about the actual socio-political origins of the vampire myth anymore. Mm-hmm. But that's besides the point. They had this one special where the two guys became vampires in it, and I remember seeing this commercial for it, and there's like this one frame that used to just scare the fuck out of me. Here we go. This frame right here.
Oh, this is scary.
Yeah. This
I'm looking at it now. Like I did some like as you were explaining it, I was trying to find what you were looking at. This is weird. I don't like this.
This came out. When did this come out? This came out Nosferatu. This aired in 2006. I was 5. And let me put this into perspective. I was able to watch the episode of SpongeBob with Nosferatu and not be scared. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because Nosferatu is played for a joke. Or Count Orlok, if that's what you want to call him. was a play for a joke because the dude would just turn the lights on and off, and it was funny. You know, the hash slinging slasher.
Yeah.
Taking out trash at night. That's just funny. You know, I think that episode was called Graveyard Shift, but just it was this one that really had me like, ah! You know, had me on the edge of my froggy chair or whatever. Like this is like I remember distinctly going to my cousin's house, and he had this sticker on his door because he like covered his door in stickers, and one of them was
I
like,
remember when people used to do that all the fucking time.
yeah,
God.
this he had this one sticker on his door that was like a kid. That was like it was like a window, and there was like lightning outside of it, like a storm. There was a kid with his covers pulled over his head in fear. There was like a vampire reaching out from under his bed, and I didn't go to sleep the night that I slept over there. Because every time I closed my eyes, I only saw that frame from Mr. Meaty.
That caught me so. That caught me so off guard. I was mid swallow.
You chose to drink water while I'm telling the story. That's your fault, motherfucker.
Oh, that's kind of funny. I'm sorry.
Oh no, it's hilarious. It's really funny laughing at my misfortune, and I'm laughing now. But it's like when that shit was happening to me, I was like, nah. I think I'm fine staring up at this. This ceiling. This ceiling sure is made out of ceiling. Hoo-wee. Yeah, I was like looking at his closet, like trying to make sure like is something coming out of there. Okay, we're good. Still couldn't sleep that night though.
I will sometimes dead ass give into my own fear. Like when I talk all this shit, or I'm laughing at all this where you're saying, "Oh yeah, vampires win." I'm still very scared of the dark.
Yeah,
and I will. I feel like it's something that people just kind of joke about. I don't really see people actually being scared of it. I actually am. Like I am terrified of the darkness, I will say. And sometimes I will give into my own fear and just look like I have my closet that's like pretty close to my bed.
Mm-hmm.
I have that door open most of the time, and I'm like looking there just to make sure. And there was this, know what was going on with me. I was about to fall asleep. I was facing the closet door, and I swear to God, I saw something in there. I got the fuck out of my room.
You want to hear some spooky shit? I got
the fuck out of my room. I went to my sister. It was like 3 a.m. I went to my sister's room. I'm like, hey, is it okay if I hang out here for a little bit?
Oh, I got you with the spooky stories. You want to hear some spooky stories? Okay, Yukiko, I hope you're listening because I'm about to tell some ghost stories.
Then why don't we do what people usually do when they get together at night?
Tell ghost stories.
I have to find this in my Snapchat memories because I remember taking a Snapchat memory the moment this happened because I didn't sleep that night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think I mentioned this on the podcast where my dad passed away some years ago, and processing grief is one hell of a thing. Okay, but but when I was a kid, my dad used to sit on my bed frequently. You know what I mean? And the way that he sat on my bed was very distinct. Nobody else that has ever sat on my bed while I'm like in it has ever sat on my bed the way that my dad did when I was a kid. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when I was still living in, Florida, back when I was still going to the same high school as Joe and everything, this was like a Wednesday night, I think. I have to find this story somewhere because I took this. And I know I saw it the other day. Here it is. This happened on March 9th, 2018. You know what I mean? I'm laying in my bed. And I'm about to go to sleep. And I feel something sit on my bed. On the edge of my bed. In the way that my dad did. And I pulled out my phone, turned on my flashlight, took a picture, and I captioned it. I can send you this picture now. Let me export that, download it, and I'm going to send it to you on Discord. It says, something just sat on my bed, and I'm the only one in this room. This is not the first time I've experienced this. You can just come fucking at me, my ghost. Thanks. And I be seeing spooky shit. And my friends get mad at me because I don't believe in ghosts, but I still experience this shit all the time. Here's one that's even worse. So when I was, right before I moved down to Florida, I used to live in the upstairs area of my house. So in order to get from there's the basement floor, then there was the main floor, then there was the floor that I lived on. And in order to get to my floor, you had to take a big, loud ass set of stairs. Like loud as fuck. They were old as shit. You know, 'cause my house was built in like the 20s. Not like creaking, but like you step on it and it's like, doof. No matter who stepped on it. Yeah. Like no matter who's little kids, old people. These stairs are old wooden pieces of shit. So they were loud. Not a single step didn't make a noise. All right. And so I was laying in bed, and this was at like 1 a.m. And this was in my freshman year of high school. I'm laying in bed at 1 a.m. and I hear somebody coming up my stairs. Doof. 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 I call out my mom's name, because if anyone's going to be coming up at this time, it's probably going to be her.
Right.
No response. Doof. 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 I call out my mom's boyfriend's name in case it's him. No response. Doof. Doof. Steps are getting quicker. I call my little brother's name. No response. Step hits the top of my stairs.
Hey there, Adam from the editing room here, not even going to play the Jeeves character for this one. Sorry for spooking you lol, but the jump scare was actually not my idea, though it was actually incredibly funny, so if you got scared I apologize. Just go on twitter.com and tell @Kazanerdy to suck your dick and balls for scaring you, again. Sorry, especially if you're at risk of heart problems. Happy Halloween y'all.
And it comes right in front of my door. And my bed was right next to my door. So what I did was, with the speed of the niggas from Sonic Heroes, I fucking swung myself out of bed, slammed my back against the door, and like shut that shit. It didn't have a knob, mind you. Like this door had a knob on the outside and then like a dial on the inside that you could barely turn. That's why I kept it open, at least a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yes, it's easier, right? Yeah.
Because it didn't have a knob. So I slammed it, and if you close the door all the way, you have to force it back open with like a crowbar. You know what I mean? So when I say I slammed this door into the fucking hole with all of my might, I did that, and I propped up against it, and I slid down to the floor. I started to sob, and I called my mom, and she was like, "Yeah," and I was like, "Mom, are you at my front? Are you at my door right this second?" She's like, "No, I'm trying to sleep." I'm like,
Good morning.
Awake. She said, "No." I'm gonna blow his name out, of course. She's like, "No,
yeah,
he's sleeping right next to me." And I'm like, "Is Alexander awake?" And she like goes and she checks. No, he's asleep. And I'm like, "Then who is outside of my door?"
Shit.
And she busts out the flashlight, wakes everybody up, comes up the stairs. Nobody was there.
Oh my god.
I've never been so scared of anything in my life. That was the most terrifying experience of my life. That right there.
Oh my god. Wow.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even know how to react.
I cried. I was crying. I had so much fear in my heart. But I did what I had to do, and without thinking, I rolled out of bed, slammed my back against the door, and dropped faster than lightning.
Holy shit!
Yeah, that one probably sent fucking chills down your spine. I'm gonna put the screen right there.
No, because wow, I as you were telling it, I was trying to envision myself in your position and do exactly what you were doing, and wow.
Yep.
Wow.
This was when I was at peak weight too. This is when I was at peak weight. All right, so for me to be able to hear something hit the top of my stairs, and before it can take 2 steps to get to my door, for me to roll out of my bed to slam my back against that door and drop and grab my phone before it can even get to the door was a feat of pure adrenaline. Like, terror doesn't even begin to describe the emotions running through my heart at that time. Okay.
So, that was a good one.
No bullshit either. I would never no bullshit. Like, that happened to me, and I remember that so distinctly because it scared me so much. Shit was not fun for me. I didn't go to sleep that night, and I told everybody about the next day, and nobody seemed to believe me, and I was like, okay, whatever. I tell that to my friends to this day, and they're like, and you still don't believe in ghosts? And I'm like, and I still don't believe in ghosts. Even though I have been haunted. When I was living with just me and my dog, like, I remember one time I was, like, playing my video games. My dog went into, like, my bedroom and started barking into my closet, which had the lights off. I was like, nope. Turn the light on. Turn all lights in my room on, and all throughout the place I was living. Just said, nope, not doing that tonight. Not risking that.
Not fucking with it.
He was barking into a dark closet. There was nothing in there. The light was off. He was barking into it. I'm convinced to be seeing shit like that.
It's like when they fucking go into a random ass room and start barking at a corner. That's when you say, nope.
Yeah.
And you leave.
Get the fuck up out of there, dude. Jesus Christ. So, I've been saving this for the end of the show. This week I watched The Closer, which has, to say the least, sparked a lot of controversy since its release some weeks ago. Dave Chappelle's final comedy special for a little bit. Now, mind you, this past week I already mentioned I was watching Carol and Tuesday Part 1, and you know that show has had some criticisms levied against it for its depiction of trans characters. And so, given my sort of, you know, how do I put it? I didn't really buy it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really see where they were coming from when they were criticizing the characters in that show. I was ready to see this criticism as another overreaction, but no. God, no. This was a genuinely transphobic piece of content. I hesitate to call it comedy, because there are points at which this was not comedy.
Where it was just like straight up attacking.
Look, the man in the special said, I mean, obviously I mean Dave Chappelle. He says, I mean, I'm a fan of Dave Chappelle's, I should mention. I have seasons 1 and 2 of Chappelle's Show on DVD. Been watching those for as long as I can remember. You know, I've seen every one of this guy's, you know, stand-up specials. You know, I've listened to his podcast appearances. You know, I'm a fan of this guy, and you know, I've heard what he said in the past, especially in Sticks and Stones, and been sort of hesitant to touch it with a 10-foot pole because of how incendiary the conversation around that was. You know, and seeing the actual walkouts and protests about this special specifically had me really curious to watch it. So, as per the man's request, I watched it front to back, end to end, start to finish. And it was not, it is everything that people are saying it was. In the special, really? Dave says, you know, I am not trying to attack trans people. I'm trying to attack queer white folk who leverage their race against me. You know what I mean? And in order to do that, he essentially shits on like all trans people, period. So my thing is, if you want to hit a single person, if you want to kill a single person, you will use a sniper rifle. You know what I mean? You'll use a sniper rifle. You won't instead point a machine gun at the broadside of a barn and hold down the trigger, because you're obviously going to hit somebody that you don't intend to hit.
Of course.
And that's precisely what Dave Chappelle did. Precisely what Dave Chappelle did. I've got it in my notes. This is exactly what I wrote down. The Closer. Dave Chappelle aims at queer white folk who leverage their race over him, and yet declares gender a fact and himself a TERF, hitting all other groups in the process. He also says some very true scum shit about gender being a fact and fake versus real vaginas when multi-millionaire stand-up comedian Dave Chappelle jerks off his fucking ego and fails to see the damage it has been made very clear he is doing. I feel sick because nobody cares if you had a trans friend, Dave. You're still a transphobe. The man essentially pulled I can't be racist, I have a black friend card. But instead it was, I can't be transphobic, I had a trans friend, which, good for you, Dave. Buck Angel hates non-binary people. He doesn't think they're real. And Buck Angel's the most masculine person you'll ever see in your life, and has a pussy. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
For you to hop on stage and say, I do not wish to have beef with the LGBT community, which he mispronounces every single time, which is already a sign that this person's opinion is not to be taken seriously. For you to go and say, I believe that gender is a fact, that you can either be only a man or only a woman, and that trans women are not women, you know what I mean? It is blatantly hateful. There are times in the special where Dave says comedy. There are times in the special where he tries his best to level with the audience and keep it a buck with him. And it was during that time where he tried to level and keep it a buck with the audience that he went and said all this shit. That's how you know that he was being genuine. And the fact that he has, since this special came out, doubled down and tried to sort of exert power over the trans community and the LGBT community at large has shown just how much of a fucking egotist this guy actually is. Dave Chappelle, you, just like you said that the Me Too girls can do, you can suck my fucking dick. You egotistical piece of shit. Oh man, you're having fun being canceled? Well, I hope you have fun at your next speaking engagement that doesn't get fucking canceled because nobody wants to touch you. Nobody wants to touch you with a 10-foot pole, you transphobic fuck. Your actions have consequences, Dave. And we're living in a time where you can't just invalidate an entire group of people's identities because you had a friend that also believed the shitty things that you do. You say in the special that you want that you united with your friend because you saw her as a person going through her struggle, and then you proceeded to invalidate every trans person ever. And even misgendered his friend for the sake of a joke.
Duh, that's so funny.
So, it is like, all of this controversy is absolutely deserved, and I'm not hearing, I refuse to hear a single word in the opposite. Comedy is supposed to be funny, but if you take a break to level with the audience and then say some shit like that, it's no longer comedy. Imagine your favorite white comedian taking a second to break from the stand-up routine to say, how about those niggas, am I right?
Yeah, that's yeah, not good. Not good. Not good.
It's like he tries to defend Kevin Hart. He tries to sort of bring up Kevin Hart being, stripped away from hosting the Oscars, But Kevin Hart said that he would beat his son if his son came out as gay and then refused to apologize for it. So, yeah, he's going to get taken away from hosting the fucking Oscars, dude. You can't just do that.
Has he since come out and said anything else besides just trying to save face, or has he even tried to save face?
No, he hasn't. He's doubled down. Wow. He tried to make a list of demands, he said, I am willing to have a conversation with you if you can meet my demands. In what position of power are you? You're the one who's getting fucking canceled, you piece of shit. You're the fucking you being buddy-buddy with the Netflix CEO got a bunch of people fired for bothering to speak their minds, and now nobody gives a fuck to watch your dumbass fucking documentary because you bothered to shit on a whole group of people that needed your help. Fuck you, Dave. Genuinely, fuck you. I understand wanting to be pro-black issues. Motherfucker, I am pro-black issues, man. I have a sense of humor. That's the difference between me and Dave Chappelle. I will laugh at the things that I enjoy. I laugh at myself and the things that I enjoy. I laugh at my friends and the things that they enjoy. I laugh at the social movements that I have marched in the streets for because I understand what it means to take a joke, all right? But this is not a joke at this point. There is no joke in saying that you are Team TERF, that you support J.K. Rowling, saying that you believe that there are only two genders and that trans women who get sex changes are not real women. There's no joke there. That's hate. That's transphobia, no matter which way you slice it. And that, for me, is the worst part about it. That so many people try to say this controversy is overblown. And then I watched it. It is not. It is underblown, in fact. Fuck you, Dave Chappelle. Fuck you.
I mean, I kind of want to. I don't want to say anything. I I kind of want to watch it for myself and like understand what what exactly is occurring. But at the same time, do I want to support this? Oh wait, that's right, piracy. I think I had something. It was stuck in my throat. Oh jeez. Um, but just wow. I mean, I can't say that this is something entirely surprising or even far fetched because I don't know. I feel like it's something that we're all aware happens, but like no one really says anything. Or I mean, right now, obviously, that's not the case. But just I don't know. I need to see. I need to get this for myself and try to understand it because. I mean, if you're making comparisons to Kevin Hart, I mean, Kevin Hart is he does so much shit already and trying to be like, oh yeah, Kevin Hart is canceled, blah blah blah, this and that. That man is already doing so much in his career, and Dave Chappelle is not, at least as far as I know. So trying to make that comparison is really weird to me. Just wow.
Here's my final thought.
Wow.
Dave Chappelle starts the special off by saying that he respects the people. He misses the old gays, quote unquote, who fought at Stonewall.
The old gays.
Listen, the kind who fought and protested at Stonewall. And yet, one of, if not the most important figure at Stonewall was a black trans woman. And according to Dave, this person's not a woman. Plainly. So, no, Dave, you don't respect the old gays. You're a transphobic fuck, and everybody's right about you. You're a multimillionaire who's complaining about, people punching down at your people, and yet here you are invalidating these people who are doing nothing but trying to exist. So, Dave, fuck you. It's like I can't defend this shit anymore. It's not even comedy. It's not comedy. It's hate. And I can't stand by anybody who can watch that whole thing back to front and say, yeah, that's fine. Nothing bad here. I went out of my way to watch it because earlier this week I was having one of those late night conversations, and this guy was joined in my Discord call that I was having with two of my best mates, and I don't remember how I got brought up, but I think I said fuck Dave Chappelle at one point. This is before I even watched the thing, and yeah. Look, this Discord group is at the time I'm talking about, it had 2 losers, a psychopath, and a racist. Guess which one I'm in? Guess which one of those that I am? I'm one of the losers. All right. So, it was up to me and my other loser. It was me and my other loser friend who had to step up to the plate, saying, hey guys, trans people are valid. And it's I argue a lot because it's fun to irritate people, but it's when I sit down and get real calm with it and break some shit down academically, that's how you know I'm being serious. And one guy ended up rage quitting the Discord call because he's a pussy bitch who didn't want to have his views challenged because he was wrong. Because I knew as soon as he said, chicks with dicks aren't chicks and I don't want a dick in my ass, that he wasn't bothering to think about this with any sort of academic or rational mindset. So, the moral of the story is, kids, gender is a social construct. Sex is simply a bimodal distribution of secondary sex characteristics. Everything you think is a lie, and trans people are valid. So, that's all I've got for you guys this week. Have a happy fucking Halloween, and remember, if you don't respect trans people, the Cucuy is gonna fucking get you. Don't forget about that.
Fuck out my trap house.
I'm gonna put the screamer in the ghost story. I'm putting.
Ooh, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, I'm putting the screamer in there. No apologies. Fuck y'all niggas.